Hey everybody, we'll be starting here in just a minute, talking behind the scenes on how I was lucky enough that the lady started me coffee water so Eric doesn't fall asleep on the job. We'll be here in about 4 minutes, getting everything ready to rock and roll. Get your StreamLoot cards ready for those who are new to the show, or if you're watching this afterwards, since we've had a lot of views on watching paint dry afterwards the last couple of weeks. Remember, StreamLoot cards are your way to be involved with the show. Not only to make us laugh, but for your chance to get entered into the LAUGHAL or raffle, whatever word you would like to use. Cards are really easy to get a hold of. You can pick them up over on Eric Frankhouse Presents, streamloot.com, or you can just check the lovely chat right now. We have a beautiful piece this week. It's all painted up. We actually have 4 weeks this month, so you have an extra week to get entered. We'll show it off here when we start up. It is a Grim Reaper on one of the plus boxes. Is that what we're calling them, Riddles? The super box? The mega fat debt box. Fat in a good way. PH fat. It is a huge one that you can fit not only cards in, but dice or miniatures or whatever it is you may want. Already painted up. The design is by our lovely Dice Goblin Riddles, and the box is done by Works of Whimsy. So we're starting here in about 3 minutes. Get yourself coffee like I did, and we'll see your beautiful chat in a few minutes. Oh yeah, want to see a beautiful dragon?
Did you do it again? Yes. I was just trying to put in a note, so that people should be checking out Amulet's design or map stuff. So, yeah. Why are you always like this to me? Why? Why are you messing with my aspect ratios? I saw that.
Because I'm fixing them.
You're fixing them.
Yep, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you
They
get
were
smart with
perfect
me.
to begin with.
You get smart with me. Hey, you didn't watch Ahsoka, and I can do whatever I want because you didn't watch Ahsoka.
Don't look. Give me a break. All right, I already told you why, and
Yep.
it's a valid reason.
It is a valid reason. That doesn't mean I can't harass you about it.
Fuck you.
So everybody, we can't talk Ahsoka today. We can say we loved it, and that Riddles will really enjoy watching it, which is
you can say you loved it.
It was fantastic. I loved it.
Don't give me too many spoilers. I've already had one spoiler, and I'm going like,
Oh, you know me. I'm not a spoiler person. That's not my jam. No, I thought it was fantastic. The only thing I'll say is like Drew, like always, had problems with the combat, and I actually thought it was better than last time we saw her. Because I thought her combat was really bad. Her sword work was really bad the last time we saw her. But I thought it was pretty good in this overall. And Chopper's in it, and that's all that matters.
It's part of the Chopper or the scene with Chopper that I got spoiled. I'm like, mother.
Hey, look. Tell me if you can understand what Chopper's saying, because I feel like I can understand the words he's using.
There are definitely moments where you know that they are trying to give you hints.
Yeah. I mean, and he is the #1 killer in the galaxy, over 50,000 served.
That's what I understand. Although, weren't there more people on the Death Star?
I said one of the most.
Oh, okay.
One of the most. No, actually, no. There are not more people on the Death Star than
Alderaan. I mean,
yes, Alderaan is true, but he is one of the most highest killer. It took a lot of people to fire that stupid laser. He single-handedly blew up fucking cruisers with people on him. He is a mass murderer. He should be the next Dead by Daylight character. Oh my god. Could you imagine if he was a killer for Dead by Daylight? He'd be small, you'd never fucking see him, he'd be hiding behind everything.
That would screw up a lot of people
I just started playing that game again. Yeah, I hope they do that. I started playing because Nick Cage is a Survivor now, and then I've been playing a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which has been pretty fun. Serving Hands and I got a couple rounds in last night. But yeah.
What do you have going on in your background today, dude?
I don't know. It's from an old arcade game.
I mean, the pyramid squares look familiar, but I don't.
Yeah, it's an old arcade game.
Because it was kind of a standard piece back then. No,
the two faces in it are though.
Yeah, I just can't see.
They're from Zelda.
Oh, okay.
Rotating block pattern using Zelda dungeon and then 2 monsters from Zelda. Well, would you rather have this? Is this better?
A wild riddles appears.
I have tons of weird stuff in here. Here we go.
Scott, don't you dare tease with that, because that's a horrible thing to say.
I will not ruin it for you and tell you that Jar Jar did not show up. Although, if he did, we have a droid that'll kill him.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good references to Old Republic in this, which made me happy. It visually is the best.
Through the Old Republic.
I think visually it's one of the best looking series that they have. Very different than the rest of them. Very, very different.
Well, Amulet is already asking what we're doing today, so.
What are we doing today? We're sitting here and talking. We're playing StreamLoot cards. Let me take us over to the board. So the piece that's on top, Riddles, that's our lovely painted deck box plus.
This is this month's raffle.
It still looks like a carriage on the side. I'll never get over it.
Yeah, well, I still see animal crackers, but that's me.
Yeah, if you did Pepto-Bismol pink and gave it sprinkles.
Yeah, this is the deck box, and it can fit all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, like, you know, bigger miniatures, like my little dragon I just finished.
Yeah,
Fits
actually,
perfectly in there. You know, I'm just saying. You know, we have options.
yeah. You said you're gonna give me new images to put up, but you said, oh, you don't have any because everything is selling.
Well, yeah, I was hoping I was going to have more of these boxes to like talk. Well, I wasn't. I was partially hoping, but I'm not mad that they sold. Mine was the first one. Mine got the very first box that I legit had on the site. Was the iridescent version of this that I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they just got it. I think yesterday. Yeah, so it was. That's pretty cool.
Are you enjoying? Is this all the cedar stuff still?
This is all cedar stuff, and I have 7 more cedar cases coming.
Oh, you got the last of them.
Yep, the last of them. Because I mean, these have been doing so well, so I'm like, yeah, screw it, let's get more.
I love that one.
This one, so
super cool piece.
I picked up an airbrush.
I knew it was airbrushed. I could tell.
Well, the background is airbrushed. The top is dry brushed.
Yeah, yeah. How do you like the airbrush?
I'm getting used to it. There's some techniques and stuff I want to learn with it that I think will help embellish.
Yep.
I'm surprised at how quiet the air compressor is, but it is also a small air compressor, so it kicks on pretty regular.
Yeah, my air compressor that I have for my Grex is actually very quiet.
That's what I have.
Like, I can run it while I'm on stream and they can't hear it. You bought a Grex?
Yeah.
That is my favorite airbrush of all time.
Okay, so I had, at the time, I had just over like $1,000 in credit at the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going like, you know what? I've been talking about it. I've been playing with it. I've been teasing myself.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And I decided to just bite the bullet, go in, grab it, get it
done. What needle size did you get for it?
I just have the one that came with it right now.
Okay. And does it come with the 2 crowns, the 2 crown points on it too?
I think there's only one.
I bet you there's not. Bring it out. I'm gonna show you something special. So put it on screen. No. Grab the gun.
Just the gun?
Yep, it's the gun. Okay. So on the back of it, that pulls off. That little nub. No. Very, very end. No. Very, 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 very end. That little tiny piece. That pulls out. Is there like a little crown like this? Like a fork?
No, not.
Is there a fork?
I think this might be it here. That you're talking about.
Yes, and that goes right on the back of that. I'm sorry. So that just magnetizes to the back.
Yeah. Right. I just didn't feel I haven't taken it out of there yet because I didn't really have
Gotcha.
use for it yet.
So
but
what that
I know
does,
that's the wide band.
Yep. Well, it is sort of the wide fan. What it's actually good for is when you're getting in close to stuff, it allows airflow still. Because you have to have airflow through.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah, so that's what it's actually really good for. They make a fan one that you can put on that does like fan spraying, like a car gun does. They do make an attachment for that.
I'm happy with it so far.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely need a lot of practice.
Yeah, it's gonna take time, of course. They're easy to clean.
I love the magnetized pieces though. It makes things a lot easier, and it holds a lot stronger than I thought. I was worried about that kind of falling off.
Nope.
But at the same time, I'm going like, all right, this is a brand that's been out there for how long now?
They originally made car parts or car tools.
They have to. I figured they have to know what they're doing.
Yep.
And I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I want to trade out my trigger. I might trade out the trigger for the more classic one.
Oh, see, I like the pistol grip a lot more.
You like the pistol grip?
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
not
at
afraid
first.
to play with it. I'm just,
I didn't at first, and then once I got used to it, I really enjoyed it a lot more. It's more comfortable for long-term spraying.
Seems like
it's got titanium O-rings in it, so you can blow lacquer through it.
Oh, nice.
You can blow inks through it. Inks are really good to blow through them. I know you love ink.
Yeah.
It's
got the disconnect is so nice,
and it's got the adjustment for PSI right on it.
Yep.
It's a fantastic gun. My only complaint I have with it is that little green sleeve for the trigger gets warm after a while and will move on you.
Oh, okay.
But that's if
So
you're
it's
doing like
slow.
long-term spraying.
Well, this one, what I did there didn't take too long.
Oh yeah, I was batching for like 6
my-
hours.
The thing I've got to learn is like color swapping and how to make color swapping more time efficient. So like
yes.
one of the things I came into thought was whenever I do spray, I need to spray more than one at a time.
That's true.
Using that color palette.
So
It
the
doesn't have to be
same
the same design, but if I can apply that color palette to multiple pieces at the same time, it gives me a lot more.
Well, you learn to put less in, is what comes down to. You learn to put in just the amount you need, and then
yeah, that's part of it.
yeah, and then I just put the next color in if there's going to be a blend in between.
That's what I
put
did
the next color right in and then blow through with that color, just like I would with a brush if I was wet blending.
Right, that's what I did with this. But there's some transitions that you can't do that way. You need to clear it out and.
So the last thing I'd say about this then is there's an Aztec airbrush that's out there that has little plastic cups. And they make an adapter for that because I have it because an Aztec was my original airbrush and it screws in where your paint pot is and they are plug and play they're plug and play pots, like little plastic pots that just slide into the side. And I make a rail of them and I set them all up and I pre-mix all my colors. I do like my 5 colors or whatever it is I got to spray. And I just unplug it and plug the next one in and spray through.
Oh, geez, Scott, really? Did you say that?
I would say that he was edging the box. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy for you, man. I love airbrushing. It's not a tool for everything, but what it's a tool for, it does very well.
So, this one is the finished one, obviously. Well, not obviously, but
did you clear it?
What's that?
Did you clear it?
Yeah, I've already clear coated it.
It's got like a shine to it, dude. I am not a big chakra fan. We've talked about that before, like the style of colors and stuff for it. But my God, that is pretty.
Thank you. I do my best.
So, this is the one where you want to do colors on the edges instead, right?
Right. So this is the one. This is the one we got to finish up. We're gonna work on this today, and we still have another day after this one, barred any issues. So
yeah, I know we got one more. It's wild.
Yep, we have one more. So this is one. That's why I didn't mind doing 2 this month, because we had that extra week, so I knew I could complete both of them without an issue.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take this outer layer. I'm gonna put a base coat on the henna, and then the henna we're gonna do a gradient using these colors, going up and down. That's the first part, and then what I'm gonna do is like with this gradient, I'm gonna bring in some more solid pieces to contrast that gradient to kind of give it a more completed design look.
We have our first card today.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay. First
card is right on point, so it's very time efficient with what you're holding in your hand.
We have our new trivia piece. So is it trivia?
It's not trivia. Trivia cards would be good. Maybe Mime can do it up again. But it is funny though because they did say, "I have an air gun purchase amount of unpainted minis. What do you think of that?" Look, we all live under gray plastic. I'm buried under it.
I'm not going to talk about the amount of. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. I have tons of gray plastic.
I think I just found a chip out of my D20 on the table here.
You what? Chip out of what?
I think we're okay.
Wait, what did you think you chipped?
I did chip the D8 from this set.
How? What are they made of? Glass?
They are glass.
Oh, okay, the glass ones. Yeah, it'll do that to you. You gonna show off your dragon?
I'm gonna show off the little thingy.
Yeah, let me play. I'm gonna play the dragon. I'm playing the video, and then we'll come right to your setup. Look how pretty this thing is. He's super cute, dude. And then...
Try to see it. Yeah, I don't know how to adjust the contrast to make this thing show the way it... But this is that orange dice I just had.
Oh, so what is that it's sitting on?
So it's a pedestal that Norse gave with it's a dice throne.
Oh, they actually are giving out like a lighted throne for it.
No, they not lighted. The lighting is all me.
Oh.
So with this little dragon comes this little base, this little dice throw. And at Gen Con, they gave you an extra base to go underneath it. So these two this is actually two separate pieces, and all I did was simply kind of core this out. I drill a hole through the side of this to slide the LEDs in. I make a little nod right there, allows the cord to kind of sit, and bang, I have my little dice throw.
That's hella cool, actually.
Right? And I mean, like, you set him next to it and it glows perfectly, just enough to, like, especially when I use the K9. The K9 is one of the best for the glow effect.
What made you decide to light it? Did you just look at it and go, "Oh, this is made to be lit"?
Oh yeah. I saw that and I'm going like, yeah, that needs to be a lit up throne. That should not. Yeah. But this little guy was fun to paint. It was definitely a different kind of thing for me. I think I did him justice.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's super clean.
So
I'm getting ready to paint my two beholder dies that I have that I got from, I think it was Gary Con. I'm going to paint those up this weekend, I think, is my break time. Because I have so much work to do. So much work to do. The stuff for Corpse Talk's been going well.
Nice.
Yeah, all the new cards look really cool. I'm super happy with them.
What else you got going on lately?
Basically, I've been doing design work every day. And I've been doing design days as a stream every day. I don't do it today, but I am doing it again tomorrow. Here, I'll put the pictures of them up on screen. This is the whole. Let me go to solo paint. Let me pull up. Is it this? Nope, that's the box. These are all the cards so far that I did. I put them up on screen for everybody. There's a lot of them. And I have to do probably 10 more. They look really good. I made them coffin boxes for the cards.
Oh, nice.
For Corpse Talk, yeah. I have 42 guests that have committed to doing the show, and I have about 20 of them signed up with dates. So after that happens, it takes me into finishing the overlays tonight and into tomorrow. Thanks, Nessie. And then after that, I have to put them into OBS.
Already?
What's that?
Nessie leaving already?
No, I put the cards up on screen. She said they look great, and I said thank you, Nessie. And then, I'm trying to think what else there is. After those, all my ad packages have to happen, and then tomorrow, I touch base again with Alchemy Online because they're adding Mork Borg in so that I can use it for the live show because they don't have it added yet.
Oh wow!
Because they just finished their Kickstarter and they have, they put Pirate Borg in because that was just the order that they were doing things in, and then Mork Borg is one of the next ones, so they're gonna give me early access to Mork Borg for it.
There was a game you showed me a couple weeks ago, and convinced me to. It might have been a little longer than that, but you convinced me to actually go out and get go online and get a copy. The Cyberpunk.
Oh, the brochure one?
Yeah.
Is it not gorgeous?
It's freaking gorgeous, and I want to know more.
It is. I haven't ran it yet. I was going to run it at Gen Con. We just didn't have time.
Yeah, Gen Con was kind of crazy.
Oh, my God. Sure fucking was. What about...
I'm still on cloud 9 from getting to meet the man, the myth, the Elminster, you know?
He's such a good dude.
He was so pleasant.
I met him quite a few. He's at Gary Con a lot.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't at Gary Con.
I mean, I think the first time I met him was at one of the last Gen Cons in Milwaukee. And then the next time I saw him, I actually sat down and talked with him was at Gary's funeral.
Dude, Tucson, our next convention that we're having out here.
Yeah.
Luke Gygax is actually going to be here running games.
Oh, he's a good dude.
I'm like so tempted to buy a ticket.
I would. He's very fun. Luke is a good dude. You can see him a lot. Obviously, GaryCon because he runs GaryCon, but he's a Gamehole Con and stuff. I met him on a more personal, chatty level through my buddy James Lewis. They served in the military together. So James works GaryCon all the time, and I met him that way. I didn't get to hang with James that much during this show, this GaryCon, which is a shame. I usually sit down and share like a cigar and a drink with him, but I didn't get a chance to this time. Conventions are getting to the point now to where I try to rotate the people I'm seeing because there's just so many fucking people. And I usually have 2 or 3 that I make a point to seeing, and it's James is one of them, and it just didn't happen this time. It was pretty cool, this GaryCon, though. We got to go see the new D&D movie.
GaryCon or Gen Con?
GaryCon.
Okay, I yeah.
Because that's the one that Luke throws, and he brings James out to help work and do stuff at it. But, yeah, it's Gamehole Con is my favorite convention, I think, though. That's probably my favorite. What is it? Something of Borg? What about... What is it, Borg? No. So anyway, yeah. So I'm building all this shit up and getting it all ready to go. I have our first, what did I end up deciding to call it? Fuck, I can't remember. I named it. Serving Hands, do you remember what I think I said it during the live show. I want to call it, it's not Creature Creation, it's called something else. Anyway, our big build show for all the monsters and stuff will be next Thursday, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's going to click on you then.
Yep. Next big thing I got to do is overlays. But I've pieced out a lot of them. I know what they want. I want them to look like. So I just got to sit down, build them out in Photoshop over the weekend. It takes me about an afternoon to get them in and running. The OBS part of it's the easier part now. Especially since I just have a template that I can copy, and it gives me all of the folders and stuff that I want. No, it's not Demons and Designs. No. The name of the build show. It wasn't Creature Creation. Oh, I can't remember now. I'm looking at my notes to see if I put it in here. We created a new Headless Knight class for Mork Board.
Oh, interesting.
Super fun. Dolahan is the name of the Irish version of the Headless Horseman. We based it around that.
Yeah, I have to get... I have not played it yet, so...
Mork Board?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
But I did get it while I was at Gen Con, so it'll be one of the indie games that I run at the store.
Another gorgeous book.
Yet either, so... but first I'm going to do Marvel, and then I'm probably going to do either Vesson or Mork Board.
Another card. This is... What is the craziest excuse you've heard for canceling a game? Haven't you heard? Luke Gygax is coming to town. I mean, I don't know if I cancel a game for that man, but I guess.
I wouldn't have to cancel a game to go.
That's hilarious.
I keep telling people how the Tucson Comic-Con is really kind of more of a mixed bag and of a...
More like a pop culture expo?
Yeah.
That's how C2E2 is.
So, yeah, you know. And I just got really excited seeing his name pop up. I'm like, oh, and Michael Bean's going to be there.
Oh, no
Another
shit.
reason I want to go.
I like Bean.
You know who Michael Bean is, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay, just making sure.
I said I would be excited too. Serving Hands, I think, met Luke at Gary Con. I don't know if it was this time or the time before. I don't remember which one it was. It was her first con, actually. Gary Con was Serving Hands' first tabletop convention, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she came out to see Kelly and I and hung out with us and got to visit a bunch of people and meet a bunch of people.
Not a bad way to start off your gaming convention.
They're like, well, I want to go. She really wants to go to Gen Con. And I was like, I'm warning you, you won't see me. There will be no time.
I found you eventually.
Yeah.
It was on day 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm running around like
been there a full day.
The only time that I was stationary is when I was in the booth helping out for a little bit. That's the only time I was stationary. Other than that, I was at the JW throwing a mixer every evening so people could come to where I was and I didn't have to run around. That's what I do almost every con. And I brought beer home this year too. I also learned good trick for everybody. If you're bringing drinks to a convention and you're worried about people over imbibing, the best way to do it is to pour samples and treat it like a beer tasting. So I bought a bunch of rare stuff and I poured them as samples and everybody had drinks and we sit and just shoot the shit and you hold kind of a communal chat space and I pour beers in plastic cups and pick it all up so that the hotel doesn't have to do it afterwards. And we just sit and drink and hang and talk, but I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to run around. It works so well. A couple pitchers of water. I tip the staff because they're letting us use the space. I mean, and they're not. I usually do it after hours. Like service usually stops at like 10 or 11 depending on the day. Sometimes 12. I wait till service is done and we pour drinks there. Hi, Allie.
Allie,
I see you pride yourself away from Baldur's Gate. Good for you. Good for you.
I have heard a lot of amazing things about that game, so
yeah.
That it is the truest, most authentic version of D&D that you can find in a computer game.
I mean, I think it is the truest, most authentic way that you can be a murder hobo, like every D&D player that I've ever met. I put a clip up from a gentleman who made a bunch of halfling barbarians. And that is by far the best clip I've ever seen. It is an epic representation of how horrible player characters are. That motherfucker.
And this surprises you?
It is a moment that, I mean, even Larian Studios, who made Baldur's Gate, applauded him for the bullshit that he did. So you can throw things in that game, Riddles. That means you can also throw your own characters at other characters, fastball special style.
Okay.
And it does damage. So he is throwing raged barbarians or throwing other raged barbarians at other monsters while they're raged to hit them for damage so that they can be in melee combat and hit for damage. He also loaded an entire backpack full of explosive barrels. And it stops and it pans through the scroll list of nothing but explosive barrels. And he lines domino style the entire goblin fort at like one of the big parts in the first act with explosive barrels. And he places his guys all over the place, sitting on little benches and everywhere to watch, so he can switch through the catastrophe that he is about to cause, and blows up the entire scene nut to butt and kills everyone as they are just watching it all burn down. It is a feat. It slowed his computer down that it was blowing so much shit up. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend looking it up. It is fucking hilarious. And Allie says, nope, nah, still playing it right now. Allie, girl, you got a problem. You got a problem. What are you playing as? What's your main character where you're not playing with Bear? Yeah, I did that too. Oh, you blew up the entire place? Nessie, it is. It's halflings with reckless abandon. What Serving Hands just put. I think it's in our memes and media. I'm pretty sure I put it in there, and I said we have been playing it wrong to bear. Yeah, if you go in our memes and media and scroll up a little bit, 4 halfling barbarians. I said I'm playing the game all fucking wrong. My fucking god. Just saying. Just saying. And Todd did say absolute player character behavior. Oh, dude. The Pally? The Paladin is amazing. Did you break your oath yet? The best oath break I have seen was a Paladin who threw a potion at a downed NPC dwarf to bring them back up because he was trying to save them. And he remembered he has Tavern Brawler, so the damage he did for the potion killed the dwarf and he broke his oath. Amazing. Oh, that's cool. Was the Ren Fair fun?
Who went to Ren Fair?
Allie did. She was in Maryland visiting Vanessa and costuming for Ren Fair. You haven't played in like 2 days. Oh no, not 2 days. What you gonna do? Not 2 days.
Play nice.
No, I don't have to.
Don't make me go over there.
I mean, that's a long flight, buddy. We know how much they cost right now. No oath broken yet? All right. A miracle, my friend. A miracle.
That's if you don't get, like, delayed.
Yeah, no shit.
Or your flight canceled.
Flights are fucking insane right now.
You know what? The best the only thing they've done is offered me a $25 coupon.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck anymore.
For my next flight. I'm going like...
It reminds me of back when cell phones first came out and they'd like screw stuff up in your cell phones. And since there's no public and there's nothing the government was doing about cell phones at the time to tell them, yo, fuck you, you can't do this. They just write you off, not answer you, anything like that. Airlines are in the same boat right now. That's cheap, Allie. That's very cheap. You got lucky. No layovers for $250 round trip. That's very
not
cheap.
bad at all.
To Denver, that's cheap in October. Oh, another card. Serving Hands. What do you got for us? True. I agree with this. Before I even read it, I agree with this. This game is basically D&D, but nothing but cold-hearted Michael Bay funded halflings. Jesus Christ. It's true. Hey, Allie, I hope that flight happens so that you can say flights are getting back to normal. I hope that it happens and it's not delayed or canceled like every other flight. I hope that you get the miracle $200 and something round trip fucking flight. Must be on Spirit. I also hope you make it in one piece. Fucking Spirit. Worst airline ever. Drew sent me I think it was on Instagram of them. They're on a plane. I think it was Southwest. We're arguing about what airline it was. Where he tells everyone to buckle up. He says, the plane to the right is looking to race us. Buckle up, everybody. Shit's about to get wild, is what the captain said over the cop.
That's awesome.
I was like, oh my God. United. Holy shit.
I want to meet that captain because, yeah, I would fly with him. I would fly with him.
Joke's on you is Frontier. Spirit's worse than Frontier. Someone who worked in the airport when Frontier first came in to Milwaukee, and I had to fly it a couple times, and I can tell you that Spirit is still worse. Not by a lot, but it doesn't take a lot when rock bottom is where you start. Fucking horrible, man. So I see you painted white to keep the colors bright.
Not white. I actually went with a bright, warm gray.
Oh, it's gray. Okay.
Yeah, just I'm not a big fan of going too bold with the undercoat. Some stuff.
I usually ivory is my go-to.
Yeah, this is close to an ivory. It's just
Actually, here, let me show you
a little cooler.
my favorite thing to spray. Hold on. Let me get it. Get it.
I think we broke Eric.
This right here. Mm-hmm. High flow acrylic. Mm-hmm. Titan Buff. High flow acrylic. Golden. This is my favorite undercoat and highlight. It's made to spray.
I like golden stuff. I mean, the teal I was using on the Arizona versions.
Yep.
That was this right here.
Yeah, this is great. Shake thoroughly. Yeah, but it's made to use the airbrush. I still thin it a touch. I make my own thinners. But it's a fantastic spray. Probably one of my favorites. Slay cheap flame. That's true too. It's very true.
What?
Nessie says it's only cheap flight if it doesn't cost what remains of my sanity. Well, one, I don't have much of that left.
Yeah, but there's definitely some validity to that statement.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And I'm probably bringing the colors down a little further than I need to, but I want to make sure I get a good gradient between everything, so.
Well, also, get yourself one of these spray bottles. Riddles. Squirt bottles with a really strong pressure style on the end. Really easy to clean your airbrushes out. It's like it's just a clear spray, but man, is it great. Uh-oh, I heard another card.
Did you, or are you just messing
No,
with me?
I did. No. Oh, God. You're welcome. Serving Hand says, what's your favorite card? Sorry, card. What is your favorite, and why is it Eric? Because Made to Spray is now stuck in my brain cells forever. It is. I'm watering my 2 spider enclosures.
Do you see how that gradient kind of works out a little better when you drag it long?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
You know, so.
Serving Hands, who has been keeping along with the spiders so far. Gwen is molting for a 3rd time already.
Wow, a 3rd molt already?
Yep. She's molting right now. And then my big, my tea that I got, I thought the one that the gentleman gave me was a pink toe, because that's what he said. But I think it's a pink toe Versacolor. So it's got like blue on the fur and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it might be a Versacolor. I'm waiting to find out. I won't know until it molts a couple more times. My enclosure for the Versacolor is a Hellraiser enclosure. Yeah.
I ain't mad about it. Don't look for me for the, like, you know.
Yes, Allie, like Gwen Stacy. That is what the small one is, because she's pink and white. Aww. So she's Gwen Stacy. And then the big one, Jen named Priscilla, because I wouldn't let her name this other one Priscilla. So it's Priscilla the Pink Toe Tarantula. But it is it's got the half of my cube nestled in the center, like it was left in foliage for the Hellraiser cube. She's decent size. She's probably about 2.5 going in 3 inches. I think she'll molt again here pretty soon. The female pink toes live up to 10 to 12 years, so. But I don't know if he said female. I kind of think it might be a male, but it's too young to know 100%. Just the body type on it feels like a... Male's a little more slender. Yeah, she's big now. It freaks Adam out. Adam is afraid of spiders. Here, I'll pick up this. Oh, here. While he is painting the blend, I will go to my solo cam. Hold on here, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the big one over. Enclosure. It's a big one though. This enclosure is huge. So this is the. It's a house. They build them like a house. She hasn't started webbing yet. But you can see in it, it's got the Hellraiser cube in the center. And then she is on the side. You can see she's like pink and black is all you can see. But that's the enclosure for it. I'm printing a back piece to go on that white screen that's there. Is magnetic. The whole enclosure is magnetic, which is great. But the back piece, I'm printing the Hellraiser VHS cover to go on the back of it. Yeah. I was going to do hanging chains, but I want to wait to see where it makes its web. It takes anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, roughly, before they start webbing in a new enclosure, because they want to make sure the food sources are real. Like, they're stable there, like it has anywhere else to go, right? But that's what they want to do. But I mean, the enclosures are fun. I used to do enclosures for the Toledo Art Museum when I was a kid. My cousin was training to work as a in the reptile rooms, and then he ended up working with like everything. He did bats and everything for feedings, but he worked in the reptile rooms and spider rooms the most. And I got to learn to build enclosures when I was there, because they would rebuild their big enclosures that everything were in. So I learned a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of new tricks and stuff, but I love doing enclosures that are self, like, you know, a biome, because I want something that takes care of itself as much as possible. And these are all, you know, they have the full gravel layer, the arachnid layer for dirt, live plants in them. So we'll see how the plants do.
In there?
What's that?
You got really bullies in there?
I do. I have isopods and I have springtails. Gwen's enclosure was doing really well, but this plant, I don't know. This plant has been weird lately. So I'm keeping an eye on it. I might have to just trim some stuff off of it. I'm not sure. Plants are weird. Plants are the one thing in real life. I'm really bad at keeping plants. Really, really bad. And the best information I ever got was from my mother, which was leave it the fuck alone. Because you have a tendency to want to overcare for them, like water them all the time and shit like that. But the weird thing is when you're doing an enclosure, you got to keep the humidity levels up, so you have to like spritz it like every other day. But you have to make sure you're not waterlogging the plant and killing it.
Yeah, well, out here.
Yeah, I know. If I lived where you lived, because it's very dry, I would do a desert enclosure. I don't know if I'd try to do a humid enclosure. You can.
I don't know how that would really work. I'm sure there are people that can afford it, but yeah.
If you want to do a human enclosure by you for animals, when they're sealed, it's easy to keep the humidity levels up. And I actually know how to build humidifiers into an enclosure. So you can have those little tiny pocket humidifiers spray humidity into the area. And you got to have a little electrostatic piece which tells you your humidity levels, and that usually goes in the soil. So there's ways to do it, but this plant is just being weird, and it's got like 2 dead leaves on it right now, it looks like. I don't know. It's not burned up. I just can't figure out what the fuck is going on. But I don't want to bother Gwen because she's molting and it stresses them out, so I'm going to wait until the molting is done and then I'll fuck around with the plant. But anyway, spider update, 2023. Everyone asked me if I'm getting another one. I'm like, no, I don't want it. I wanted a tarantula and I wanted a jumping spider. That's the 2 things I wanted. I'm not doing another one. Aw, thank you, serving hands. Purchasing packs.
Nice.
Fish tanks are pretty easy to do. I don't actually think they're that bad. As long as you learn how to run pH balance for them. I've always wanted to do a frog enclosure. But you have to feed them so often, and I don't like keeping flies. Flies are the bane of working in a lab. Doing fly cultures absolutely fucking sucks. And if you have if you have dart frogs or any frogs or any form, you are keeping flies non-fucking stop. And you're making a new culture basically every 2 weeks and then marrying them into that culture. It fucking blows. No desire. Uh-oh. It's rolling time.
Nice. Who's
All right. Let's see if you can beat the feared goblin. You need a 6-up. 6-up. Has to do with the water. Keeping fish alive is 100% the pH balance in your water, along with a couple other things. If you make a living biome, night amethyst.
Yay!
Vivariums are easy to do. Vivariums are really easy to do once you get them going. You got to be willing to let things die, because a lot of things die in the vivarium as you're building them. We'll be building on your maps, Amalith, next Thursday. Digidice hate me. That's a good thing to say. Let's see what you get with your D20. You got an 18. You should have fought the War Duke.
Wow.
That's one more entry for serving hands. You could have taken the War Duke.
Pathfinder 2nd edition, that's a critical hit. I'm just saying, depending on what rules you go with.
Thanks, Amalith. There is a lot going on. I'll get your maps added into Alchemy as soon as I get the A-OK from them for Morthborg, and then we'll be doing our first build next Thursday, which I'm excited for. It's going to be a lot of work.
Her maps would be amazing. Oh, wait, I have an idea. I need to talk to her. All right.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you talk dicey things. I mean, hey, it'll be a replay. It's going to be a long stream. The build stream is going to be 2 to 6 hours, depending on how many people are in and how quickly we get things done. And then the first interview is going to be Tuesday. It'll be a little wild. It'll be a live interview, and then I'm going to download it, and then I will edit it down to like a 20 to 30 minute piece. That's my game plan. I'm currently deciding if I want to record the interview or if I just want to download it from YouTube. I'm thinking...
I'd say record.
Problem is, when you record and stream, you can get desyncing when you do it at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I don't want that to happen. And YouTube, if we crash and things happen, we come back. Remember, it just seams it together. So I'm not too worried. My music is going to be very background and cued together. And then I'm going to... The only thing I'm worried about is I would like to have it to where I have 2 audio tracks for editing, where it's myself and the guest. And the only way to actually do that is if I'm recording. It's the only way to do 2 audio tracks well. So I would have to record, and I'd have to...
It sounds like you're answering your own question, dude. I'm just saying.
I don't want... You're basically trading one devil for another.
Right.
So I don't know how I'm going to do it. I haven't decided. I might do the first one live, download it, and edit it, and see how that goes, and then go from there. What time are we doing building for that? It's going to be a later show, because I have Watching Paint Dry on Thursday. So I'll probably do it at like 6 or 7, and I'll run it into the later hours. It's going to be a nighttime stream. All my interviews are going to be nighttime as well. The goal for Corpse Talks interviews is once we hit 500 subs on our YouTube channel, and I can do super chats. The live version of them will be for super chat people only, like those who are part of the club will get to watch those. And then I will edit them and put them out, and those will be the ones for public. So it'll be the same as when you go to see like the Tonight Show or anything like that, where you get the full thing, where you're talking to the audience in between and all that stuff. And then afterwards, I will edit all that fun stuff out where we are, or I shouldn't say fun stuff, all that interactive stuff will get cut out and then put up for a 20-minute video. So those live ones will only be accessible for people who are part of the family, part of the club. But that won't happen until we hit our numbers. I'll do the live ones now so everyone can see what it is. And there'll be samples of live ones up so people know. It's going to be a lot of work. Got to go with the devil I know. Well, I know them all, Scott. So, fuck. So what paints are you using for this, Mr. Riddles?
Oh, just a little monument.
That's what I thought. That commercial.
Dude, you should find that commercial and play the commercial for everybody.
I'm
just saying.
I looked on their YouTube channel. Let me go to Instagram. Let's see if they put it on there.
The people at Monument are fun people. I mean, they're gamers just like us. They're legit. Like, not, it's still a small company, and it's right here in Arizona, in Phoenix. So I'm kind of like supporting local, But yeah, I really, really, and I got to meet Jason again, or actually for the first time face to face at Gen Con, which was I was really happy about. And he's the main guy, the owner. But you can see him on stream. Their streams are awesome. They have some amazing tutorials on their Discord.
They do.
They're kind of top to bottom, just a really good company. I do have a discount code with them. I do have a profit code with them if you guys want it. I really don't push it though. I push the product, but not so much the link.
All right, I think I got it.
I should. I know I should be, but
I should be.
I don't.
There we go. I got it. All right, I had to pause some stuff, and then you're gonna hear a little echo, so just be warned.
Of Mondo Brain, scientifically inclined.
Let's refresh this. So this is a commercial they did. I laughed my ass off.
And that's the owner. That's Jason.
Monument Hobbies are a team of Mondo Brain, scientifically inclined development unicorns is constantly at work making your hobby process better and safer. Today we bring you the ProAcryl Paint Liquor 9000, the safer and better way to shape and wet your brush. Just extend the bionicle tongue mechanism, add water, then apply your brush to get just the right shape and moisture level.
No, hold on, it's playing.
Simply retract the tongue, and you're ready to paint. It's that easy. At Monument Hobbies, we're looking out for you.
Don't eat the paint! That is so hilarious to me because we talk about licking paint all the time as people in the hobby. It's so true that we all lick our brushes to shape them. Do you still do it? I still do it all the time.
Actually, no.
You don't? Oh, I do. For needles, like small work, I lick the paint all the time. Usually after I wash the brush, I do it though. Like I'm usually rinsing it and then licking it afterwards to reshape it.
I think I'm just a little weird in that aspect that I'm one of the few that don't.
I haven't died from it yet. I don't know if it's lacquer and stuff like that. I'm very, very cautious about that shit. But yeah, I thought that was super fun. Super fun.
But it just illustrates even more like how legit they are, just one of us.
One of us. Thank you for don't drink the paint water. Riddles, don't drink your paint water, but drink some coffee.
Nom nom.
Mm-hmm. My Coruscant glass.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna rewatch the 2 Ahsokas. I feel like I've missed some stuff.
Probably.
I rewatched all the first and second season of The Mandalorian. But I have not rewatched the latest one because I'm not the biggest fan of season 3. I kind of want to pick up a series of Monument Hobbies paints. They look like they cover really well. I like how bright they are.
I'm very happy with them. I love the transparents. I'm loving the washes.
Mm-hmm.
Their washes are just like it plays so easily. And this stuff here, like if you, I don't know how well it'll focus or not.
Yeah, let me go to the big cam.
Base on this, that texture on the base.
Yeah. Is that their texture paints?
I used a finer version of it for here and then painted over it.
Is it texture paints?
Texture paints in different courses. Like I have a fine gray earth. I have a coarse gray earth. And coarse is like, I mean, it's coarse.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff for doing miniature stuff. I love miniature work. I love doing it.
That's an earth fine. And then I've got an extra fine for concrete.
Are their prices pretty much on point for everything else?
Actually, they're a little bit cheaper.
Really?
From what I've noticed.
So I love their oxide wash. I really want to pick that up. I love oxide washes for stuff. And then they do a lot of the same thing as me. They do a lot of dry brush painting. I know you do too. I think dry brush painting is amazing. It's its own art. It's like chaos on a brush, but there are ways to control it and do stuff with it. And I feel people don't give dry brushing the credit that it deserves. But dry brushing is amazing.
The guys at the shop, or specifically the GM, I should say, like that giant red dragon I did, all dry brushing, all hand brushing. They swore up and down that I had done that with an airbrush.
Nope.
There's a lot you can do with dry brushing. Yeah, because when I came in to buy the Grex, they were going like, wait, don't you already have an airbrush? Nope.
Yes, Scott, I have seen it. I am hella excited. Starfield starts up. Adam Savage right now on his channel is doing a model of one of the ships from Starfield. You know, from Mythbusters. I am super excited. Yes, I am in the middle of watching that right now. Literally what I've been doing while I work. I agree with Serving Hands. Ahsoka got me teary-eyed as well. I 100% agree with you. I think the casting for Sabine was fantastic.
Well, that one, if they screwed Sabine up, that would be a big issue with a lot of people in the.
Oh, people were mad because she had long hair and all this stuff, and I was like, "Oh, fuck you guys!" One, she is a.
She cut her hair at the end of Rebels, like dug her off.
Well, it's not even that. She was like a style person in the Rebels. She changed her hair constantly in that. She changed her wardrobe all the time. She is a little bit of like a. And not only is she a creative, an artist, but she is a like anti-establishment kind of person, like hardcore anarchist. And she's a graffiti artist. Like, I feel like they captured her so well. But Riddles, if you've watched Rebels, watch closely for all the shot for shots.
Yeah, well, no, I am very curious about that because like I saw the wall, the mural.
Yep. They did some shot for shots though, like that are another character, but because this time frame is happening after Rebels.
Right.
That's the time frame for this. So everybody who is watching it who is not up and hasn't watched Rebels, this takes place after Rebels. And because of that, we're getting a little more in the future versions of these characters, which I'm happy about because we're getting story that we haven't seen in comics, novels, or anything. We know nothing, and I'm fucking love it. Love it. Adam Savage is a good local cryptid. Oh, that's right. You're out in the San Fran area. I've met him twice now. I drank a lot with the... they were at Gen Con one year. This is a fun story. So they were at Gen Con one year, and at the Hyatt in the bar, you can buy towers of beer. They're these big plexiglass towers of beer that you tap out of. They don't have very good beer there. And it was like the second year I brought beer. We got the tower, we got a thing of Blue Moon, and Tori, Emahara, and I'm trying to remember the woman's name. What was the redhead's name? What was her name? She's fantastic. I can't remember it all of a sudden. Shit. It'll come to me anyway. The three of them were together in the lobby, and they stopped serving beer. I was like, look, if you all want to drink still, I have beer with me. We have a private area upstairs, like a little bar, and we're going to bring these things and fill them. Carrie, thank you, Nessie. We're going to bring this with us. Would you like to come drink? And they're like, hell yeah, let's go. Because everyone been hanging with them in the lobby. So we went upstairs, this little private bar area, and we got to sit with them for like 3 or 4 hours. And I was just refilling the tower with beer, and we were all just shooting the shit and hanging out. And Carrie was fantastic. Emahara is a goddamn genius, or was a goddamn genius. And then Tori is one of the funniest motherfuckers I have met in a long time. So it was just good vibes, really chill. Everyone hung out, and no one was harassing them or anything because we were all drinking. They were just people. And obviously there was some Mythbuster talk because that's what they were there for, but that died out after 30 minutes. Because I told them, like, all right, Mythbuster talk over. Everyone's just people. Let's just hang and talk about things we like. It can be nerd stuff, but let's drop the Mythbusters episodes, and everyone did. I just kind of catered the party, and we hung out. But great humans, just in general. Carrie, I did not know until I met her there that she is a super talented painter. Like, really good. So I was looking through a bunch of her paintings and stuff that she had on her phone. It was awesome. I think it was pre-kid. I think she hadn't had her kid yet because she had stopped painting for a while. And then I think after she had her kid, she picked it back up. So it was fun. They're great people. Adam I met once at C2E2 in passing. And then I met him at GDC. He was there for something in San Francisco for GDC. I mean, it's his hometown, so probably just showed up for it. But yeah, awesome people. I missed that show. And then they did, what was the one on Netflix for a while? The Red Rabbit Project or White Rabbit Project or something like that?
I don't remember, honestly.
I think that's what it was called. Uh-oh. Serving Hands is coming for trivia. Trivia night with Serving Hands. Tonight is Monsters as our trivia. Monsters.
All right. Let me get my purple cleared off my brush in just a second. And
oh, dude, that looks fucking good. Well, I can tell you what everyone's going to want for the box for next month. It's going to be that one now. Even though the other one's my favorite.
Just wait till I bring the other colors into it. This will definitely pop once I've got the next step done.
White Rabbit Project. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
So, anything new with you, Riddles, before we go into trivia time?
Trying to think. Not really.
No?
I did try to get. All right. So this will be news, but I did try to get a job.
Really?
Yeah. The shop I'm at all the time. They were looking for a new manager.
Oh, okay.
And I was asked to apply. I'm like, all right. Well, I'll put my name in the hat. And I was seriously thinking about it because I mean they have 3 stores.
Oh, do they? Oh, so you'd be managing 3 locations and inventory and all that
No,
stuff?
no, I'd just be managing the one.
Oh, okay. So not district
they have
manager.
Yeah, they've already got a GM, so he kind of does the oversight, and I would just be running the one store. But anyway, I mean, and they just opened up their coffee shop, so they have
Infinite Coffee.
stores.
You got smugglers in there yet?
I tried, and I don't think things worked out. I don't know the details. I just know it's not smugglers.
Ah, sad panda.
Yep, sad panda here too. I really was hoping to have fresh smugglers whenever I wanted. Would have been nice.
Fresh smugglers.
But no. So they have the coffee shop.
Sure.
They've got 3 stores, and they've got their bar. I mean, they are not doing bad.
No, not at all. That's rare, though, by the way. But I mean,
I know. I understand, and it's
question to you because it's Arizona. Do people venture inside more than outside because of the weather there? Is that why things like coffee shops and that do so well by you?
Depending on the time of day.
Because that's why it is by us, because we have so many winter months. Restaurants and shit did so well.
Here, especially like right now during this time of year, people go out during the morning, they go out in the evening. Midday, they kind of typically hunker in a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Like midday,
it gets cold at night, right? It gets like
time.
60s to 70s at night in the summer.
Well, in the summer, no, I think the lowest we get is maybe 70s.
In this, okay, so winter months is when it gets down to like the 60s and 50s for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, and like we just got, I know that tropical storm came through. You know, Hillary came through. We got side effects of that as weather pushed in. We had this huge supercell pass through, and with the hurricane coming into Texas right now, we're probably going to get another one by the end of the week.
Yeah, you guys are in a weird spot. You guys get pounded by weather there.
Yeah, well, it's hit or miss. It really is. But I mean, it's kind of funny because I think we've had last year, the year we got here was the most rainfall they had in during their thing. Last year it was one of the lowest, and now this year it looks like we're going to have set another record for annual rainfall.
Oh, really?
So it's actually a good thing because I mean we really need it. Especially after the Hoover Dam has altered its allocation to try and build the reservoir back up. Because, like last year, that reservoir was at its lowest it's ever been. So.
I didn't know they did that. Speaking of dams, before we read this trivia card, you need to watch the new Twisted Metal series.
I want to. I don't have Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
That one's not?
No, it's on Peacock, I believe. So you can watch it with commercials.
The one that I want to watch that's on coming to Netflix may actually tempt me to go back to Netflix just for it if they're not going to release it on DVD.
What?
But Rebel Moon, that trailer amazing.
Riddles, let me see what I can do. Privately, I can tell you that I may be seeing that a sneak peek in November.
Dude, because that if you guys have not seen the full trailer release,
I'm excited.
It's incredible.
I'm excited. I am excited.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. All right, buddy. It's monster time.
Yes, let's get the trivia going.
Monster time.
Okay, monster is orange. Orange is the color. Okay, so we're going for an orange card.
Orange. All right, serving hands. You know the rules for this, everybody. This is how it works. We're going to read the card off twice. We know there's a delay. We're going to give roughly a minute and a half of time here for you to get your questions together. If you answer it by yourself, you get 3 points. If you need to call on the audience for assistant, yourself and the person that you pick will each get a point if the answer is correct. Very simple, not difficult. But these questions are fucking hard.
I did not know this one.
Am I gonna know it?
All right. Are we ready?
Am I gonna know it?
Possibly. All right, here we go. What color is the skin of an illithid that is healthy from a brain-rich diet?
Oh.
One more time.
I know
What
this.
color is the skin of an illithid that is healthy from a brain-rich diet?
I can tell you how I know this too. And it's not from Baldur's Gate. Although Baldur's Gate might have it in there somewhere. Allie might know this.
The second one, maybe. Because, right? The second one was big, heavy on the illithids?
No, this one is.
This one is, okay.
This one's huge on it. I'm scared. All right, timer is started for you. Be scared. Be very scared. There's 2 reasons for it, as a heads up.
I don't know about the reasons.
Mm-hmm. And actually, there is brain-rich diet. Yep. It isn't. I will say this. It's not because their skin tone actually changes. It is because of something. Oh, a lithid, a mind flayer, and a lithid. The tentacle-faced creatures. Those motherfuckers. And a lithid. A lithid is the name that is used by D&D. Mind Flayer, I believe, is the word you can publicly use. It's one of those two. Might be the other way, but yeah.
Well, they were originally called Mind Flayers.
Maybe it's the other way then. So, what color is their skin when they have a brain-rich diet? It's one of my favorite colors for painting.
I don't know if it'd be one of my favorites.
I love painting it. I like painting it a lot.
Oh, painting them?
Yeah, painting the color, that color specifically.
I do have one to paint for the trivia.
You should paint it the proper color, and it should be glossed for the skin. It should be shiny coated.
Only if it's a brain-rich diet.
Right, I know. It's not purple. Purple is what happens when they're actually in the middle of being starved, when they don't have enough food in their diet. It happens a lot to elithids that stop eating brains if they're trying to change alignment. They start to turn purple. But actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, the correct color is mauve, and it's a slick mauve because of the brain-rich diet. They get a mucus that covers their skin. Am I correct, Riddles?
This is correct.
Mauve. And then it goes to pink as they start to get hungry, and it dies down to purple. It leans them more towards the undead colors. Now, with that said, this comes from the old black books with the gold insides that they did the ecologies of. They had a drow one, an Illithid one, and a beholder one.
Yes, I remember those.
It comes from that Illithid book.
Oh.
That's where it all started. Mind Flayers are one of my favorite monsters. I think Beholders first and then Mind Flayers after that. There's something about the way Mind Flayers function, and I will say Baldur's Gate has done a fantastic job of it. Yeah, you were the family of colors. You were right. They are purple of color when they're hungry. But great question. Almost got it. That purple, actually, that dark purple to that light purple that's on the box right now is a really good representation of Illithid colors. Oh, it's playing your video again. Hold on. And so I have it on autoplay anytime we go to the scene. It likes to show it. It likes to show it. Boop. There we go.
A good little brush for some
detail highlights.
Well, detailed dry brush.
Ah, what do you use for your dry brushes?
Anything that works.
I want to pick up a really good set of brushes for dry brushing. I just destroyed my last one.
Standard set that I use for any of my.
I want that makeup brush style. I think I got to use one at Gen Con. The ones I showed you, I got to use one at Gen Con to test it, and they're fucking amazing. It's a much more even dry brush with less of like, you get the big splotches with the old brushes because they're, clumping, and you're really just abusing a dry brush. Like, you're just beating the shit out of it. Like, that's
dry brush. Yeah, when people get into this and like that,
you short shelf life, man.
Stuff, like, you have to understand when you dry brush, you are going to be spending a lot on brushes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a thing that's going to happen, and you can't stop it or avoid it.
I'm gonna order. My buddy recommended a series of makeup brushes that are on Amazon for like $25. He says work really well. He's like, they're almost the same as the ones that they do for like Ninja. Pink is the color right after they eat, but not brain rich, but they are eating brains. That's the pink. It goes from mauve to pink to purple to like a really rich indigo purple color. It's pretty cool. They're a fantastic monster. Them and Nyogi were two of my favorite monsters. I know they're both slaving races. I understand that. They're just really good bad guys. Really good. Nyaki, yeah. Is it Nyaki or Nyogi?
I'm seeing the Githyanki.
Oh, Githyanki. Oh, yeah. They're great.
The pink folio.
Also great. But Nyogi were the spider-like creatures. They were big in Spelljammer.
Oh, okay.
They're a slaving race that made people like oar their ships, like row their ships in space and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're good bad guys, and mind flayers and illithids are also really good, intelligent bad guys, which they're showcasing really well in Baldur's Gate 3. And then I love Beholders just because they're true monsters. They just look like a monster. The new Flea Mortals book, though, that's coming out from MCDM, I finally got the full PDF version of it. What an amazing book for monsters. It is so good. So I'm super excited to use that and adopt it for some stuff. Especially with our new show. Our 1970s show that I'm putting out, the action suspense drama that I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I changed it. I was going to do Coriolis. I wanted to, but I don't want to do 2 sci-fi shows at the same time. Because the other one's going to be Blade Runner. And that's going to be a short
the Everyday Heroes you're using?
I'm using Everyday Heroes, which if you play 5e and everyone's like, oh, it's 5e, I promise you, it's not 5e. Yes, there are similarities because it's using the SRD, but they gutted that thing and rebuilt something entirely. And they have amazing IPs that they have access to. And I am running an IP because I believe that modern games are made to be played around IPs. I am just not saying what the IP is until the first episode's done. So we're running something really fun with it. It's an action show. I'm excited for it. It's something I have a lot of knowledge on aspects of what we're going to be doing. So I'm excited to do that. And the gang built their characters blind. They together they built them, but they built them blind to the IP. I just told them it was an action drama with some suspense. I told them that it was going to be the 1970s and will probably move into the 80s as it goes on. And then they built characters perfect for it, and they don't even fucking know what we're doing. Like on the point. I think saying action drama really helped a lot. They asked for movies to watch. I gave them a series of movies from the 70s, from Boogie Nights down to a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't know. I love running modern games. One of the things we used to do, if Todd is here, he'll remember this. All the catalogs that came out for like fucking magazines, and I shouldn't say catalogs, magazines and anything that had been like Walden Books, you had to tear the cover off and send them back for magazines, right? To recycle them. But we would keep a lot of the ones that we tear the magazine cover off of, and we'd keep the magazine because we would use the people in it from like People Magazine and Heavy Metal Magazine and whatever the fuck else we had. We would use the pictures of people in there as representation of the NPCs in our modern games because they're all actors and actresses. So we would use those as like a piece for them, and we would make their character sheet and we glue that piece or cut that piece out and place it on the NPC sheet. So when I show people who it was, like, this bad guy is Halle Berry, because we had a picture of Halle Berry from whatever fucking movie she had coming out. And that's how we did it for a long time when we did modern games. And I found that it grounds the game really well, because everybody knows the actors. And they can envision who the person is playing it when you say that NPC comes on the scene. So I'm going to keep with that, I think, for this game. I'm going to keep with that style of using people that we know from cinema and use it for this. So I'm excited for that. No build show for this one. There will be cards. The Monday one will run a little longer, the Everyday Hero one. And then the Tuesday one is going to be a short, just one kind of murder mystery piece that we're going to do for Blade Runner, 4 to 6 episodes. And then we will start up Athantia. I'm hoping to have Athantia ready for October, the end of October, because I feel like that's my 4-year anniversary. I think that's my 4-year for streaming. I'd have to go look, but I think that sounds right.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore. I know we started in October-ish. Something like that. I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. So what are you doing right now? You doing detail work? I put it on
bringing
VidCam.
color from one into another.
Oh, you're like bringing the arcs up and stuff like that. Oh, that is awesome. Giving the visual of it like being blended, but giving pops of color in each one.
Yep.
That's really cool.
But you need that. You need to get that gradient base down first, and then come back to it. You can't just try and do it all in one shot. It'll just look like a nightmare. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just working on that right now.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 serving hands. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I could find out, though. I can go to YouTube and go into the catalog and see when Athantia came out. We're in episode 60 of this, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I obviously carried the numbers over from Norse Foundry to here, but... Let me go to playlist. I mean, I have over 202 videos on our YouTube site already. Like, we have a library of stuff for people to watch. A fucking library. We go to the playlist. Playlist. Paused it. Oh, it's back when Alan was there. So that was 2 years ago. So 3-year anniversary. 3 years. It'll be 3-year anniversary. And actually, September's our 3-year. So our 3-year anniversary will be in September. The first episode went from YouTube from Twitch to YouTube. September 8th was our first one. So I think I started the first week of September. So it'll be our 3-year anniversary in just a couple weeks. Just a couple of weeks. Man, all of our camera setups have changed so much. Look at everybody. Look at the growth. Look at the growth. Let me just skip this here.
Hold on, I have to switch over to be able to see.
I know. Hold on here. I'm pausing it. Okay, let me put it on screen here for everybody. Yeah, that's the right one. Look at the camera, crappy camera color and everything that we had. Like, definitely Todd's changed a ton. Drew's blown out. Drew looks like he got hit in the face with a floodlight. Alan's is pretty clean, surprisingly. Kelly's camera was too high. And you can see, like, we burned through it a little bit. Like, we had all the maps. This was based around a piezo overlay that they gave us. And then I re-gutted it and turned it in ours. I don't think I'll ever add this again. The data on the right. I don't know if I'll ever put that in again. We'll see. Man, that's fucking crazy. First time I showed Athantia off to the world. It's fucking wild. Yeah, the colors are super pretty serving hands. I agree. Magazine cutting was great back in the day. I enjoyed it. Hey, if Mime is still here, Mime, if you wouldn't mind telling us, what is your collection up to for Dice Goblin Riddle stuff? I'm curious what your collection's at, because I know you have quite a few of their pieces. Serving Hands and I played some Texas Chainsaw Massacre last night in Discord. Fun game. I officially, Serving Hands, feel Sissy is the best character for the killers, hands down. Hitchhiker's the next because he can chase. I honestly think that Bubba is the worst. I think the Massacre is the worst character out of all of them because he can't get his job done unless the other ones are there. He's a great murderer, but unless he has the ability to find people to spot, and I secretly think I can make the Cook the best character in the game. Secretly. So I think I'm going to swap over from the Hitcher to the Cook and and see if I can make him the best one in the game. I have a plan. Yeah, dude. Sometimes the survivors all get out on their own. It's a really fast-paced game. Once they get a gate open, you're fucked. It's a rush. It's a rush to kill them. I gotta murder them all. It's like the opposite of Pokemon. Yeah, I love Nessie. I love the art for this box in general. There's so many textures on it that I just feel like the box has so much life because you have so many textures on this box. Not even just this paint, but just the design. I really like the other one a lot. I still think I'll have to see them side by side again, but I still think the other one's my favorite. How does their orange cover for you?
Orange actually covers really well.
Orange is a rough color.
It is a rough color. The yellow is still,
it's still yellow.
Anywhere you go, yellow's unless you have a really thick yellow.
Yeah, you gotta undercoat properly. Brown's a great undercoat for yellow. Brown or pink, actually. Pink is a really good undercoat for yellow as well.
Yep. So, using yellow, just you may need to do one extra coat that compared to others, but I mean that's pretty standard with yellows across the industry. It's just the way yellow is.
Yep.
Yellow is a pain in the ass to work with. No matter what, from miniatures to boxes, everything, yellow's a bitch.
Serving Hands gets to fight the Displacer Beast.
Ooh! Don't kill my kitty!
Kill the kitty. Kill that fucking cat. Kill it.
My kitty.
Kill it. You need a
kitty.
13 or higher. Kill that cat. Murder it.
Do not murder the kitty.
Murder the cat. Murder it. Make it bleed.
No.
Make it bleed its own blood for being such a stupid character in the fucking movie where they had to show us for projecting its image. Fucking dumb. Kill it. Even though it is one of my favorite monsters.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
So fucking stupid. So fucking dumb. A 10? Ah, kitty survives another day. Damn it.
Yeah.
No.
Go kitty.
No. You got an 18 to beat that goblin up, though. That goblin felt your wrath. Serving Hands. We're gonna have to make a bonus card where you can get we'll have to make an inspiration card so you can roll with advantage. That's a good idea, Riddles. Make an
why are you telling me?
Make an inspiration card so they can roll with advantage. Like, I play this and I play inspiration.
It's not. I'm not against that.
I'm not either. It's a great card.
Boost cards?
Yeah. I think just an inspiration card's perfect. Or maybe we make some magical weapon cards like I have a flame tongue. Or +1 magical item or whatever it may be. Do a whole series of beat up the monster cards. We'll do a booster expansion. Yeah, roll with advantage is a card. I think it'd be great. 100% think it'd be great. Maybe we'll do a series of those for September. Maybe we'll do a bunch of upgrades to Monster Fight cards. We'll do like some equipment ones, and we'll do an inspiration card, and that'll let you kind of stack things together.
Oh, and for those of you
What's
who
tonight,
were able to
Allie?
see 'em-
Sorry, go ahead.
For those of you that saw the swords I painted before they sold,
Yes, they were gorgeous.
I think I'm going to be, according to Elderwood, I need to do a series of those. So
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, they were in my DMs going like, yeah, this needs to be a thing. So that may be one of the things coming up soon that you'll see. There's a series.
Do a flame tongue, a holy avenger, a fucking dancing
necrotic
blade.
Sword sold like wicked fast.
Yep.
The plague sword not so much. It took a minute for the plague sword to go, but
I like the plague sword more.
The plague sword was so awesome. I was very happy with how that came out.
I think doing the dancing blade. The Adam Khan was the first time that I had ever given out a dancing blade.
And how did that make you feel?
I love that weapon. I just had never given it out before. It's one of my favorite weapons. It's just, it never suited any of our games. But for his character, it was great because he needed his hands free.
It requires a player that knows how to really take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think with
one of those...
TOV, so Tales of the Valiant, they have a magic fighter type that as a bonus action, you basically have your aligned weapon to you, right? What the fuck is the name of it? I can't remember the name of the archetype. Anyway, you can throw it, you can do whatever you want, but you can call it to you as a bonus action. And dancing blades go up. It counts. Like round 1 is +1, round 2 is +3, up to whatever their bonus is, and then it drops to the ground. But if you have a bonus action, you could call it back to you and set it out again. So your combat could be fighting with weapons, right? And drop that when that weapon drops, you could bonus it to yourself and set it back out again. So it'd be a constant fight with 2 blades. Maybe your offhand is usually free and you do an offhand fight style where you fight with 1 blade and then call back that blade to you and then send it back out again. I just think it'd be an awesome way to play.
I always thought the dancing blade would have been fun for a character that was a shield basher.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you carried like a medium shield and a buckler.
Yeah.
Agreed. It did suit Adam's character really well. It's no country roads. Is this, Allie, if you're here, is this, are you running it? Is this another one of the Bloodlines of Black Magic? I think it is, if I remember correctly.
So how's that looking for everybody?
Let me go to Big Cam. Paint Cam. That looks, I love the extra colors wove through it. That's really cool.
You're side by side?
Nope, still like the other one. I fucking love that.
I'm not quite done with this. I want to do some more highlight dry brushing.
So you have the leaves where the green are in there. I can't tell, but did you do that for the red?
What?
So your leaves on the blue, you have blue and you have the green that's in them. And then you have the yellow version of that same pattern. Are you going to paint?
It's not mimicked.
Oh, okay.
It's not a mirror on everything.
I didn't know if you mirrored it all the way down.
No. Because like here's where I put the extra red highlight.
I see.
Out into the orange, but I did not do that same transition here. I wanted it to kind of have its own like organic flow and not be too. Because like if you look left to right, you'll notice like the right side and the left side do not match up.
Oh yeah.
In some spots they do come pretty close, right? But there's other pieces that are, because I wanted it to have that more organic,
little asymmetry kind of feel.
Yeah, well, henna should not be perfect.
No, I 100% agree.
Right, so that's kind of what I'm going for with that.
I know, but that one on the left, it reminds me of stuff that my mother used to buy that had that like really ornate, wood graved kind of feel.
I could see this in my mom's house.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying. That is gorgeous, man. Those are, I'll tell you what, those are going to last maybe 4 hours when you put them up.
Well, remember, one of them's staying here. One of these is going to be what you guys are trying to win.
Now, I think they're far enough along. Now we can do the vote for what stays.
All right, so let's do that. We'll close out the session with a vote.
All right, so let me get my YouTube up. We're going to vote, everybody. So, Allie, if you're still listening...
Let me tell you my plans for this first.
Okay.
Because there's last minute touch-ups I want to do. But I have these lighter colors in here that I used for the center of the chakras themselves. And I want to bring a little bit of that into some of this gradient that I've done.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do next week. Next week I'm going to add a little bit more lighter touch to this to give it even more distinction.
So we'll have one be, which one? Choose for... LAUGHAL.
Let's do henna versus rainbow.
Yeah, I got a show chat. Henna versus Rainbow. Henna versus Rainbow.
But I mean, this at least the one thing I really like about both of these is they illustrate my creative process and talents in two completely different ways.
All right. I'll put it up here for a little bit.
Whichever one you guys do not choose to keep, whichever one goes to my site for sale is going to go up for sale probably tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. All right, Henna versus Rainbow is up now.
I'm refusing to vote because I'm too torn.
I am going to vote for the one that I want to be on the LAUGHAL so I can pick the other one up. What? It's acceptable, right?
I didn't say anything. Uh-oh, only 2 votes.
Oh, I haven't voted yet.
Well, it's only showing 2 votes on mine now, so. Yeah, I
can't vote.
I'm having fun with the rainbow. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having fun playing with the gradients and
I
doing the
can't
crossovers.
vote. I forgot because I made it. I can't vote.
Wah, 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 wah. What did you? All right, I can vote. So
no,
which
it's
one
all right.
did you want?
I have 2 accounts. I will go to my other account. Vote. Don't you worry your little head.
Hey, don't pick on the size of my head.
Don't you worry. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna vote right now. We're gonna vote on this right now. I'm gonna give me 1 minute here.
We got 5. Is that everybody?
Nope.
I hate to say that. That's everybody. That's like.
Why am I gonna go down here? We're gonna vote on this. You can give me 1 minute here. Let me see. We're live here. Mute this just because I don't want to hear us. I'm gonna vote on that rainbow. God damn it! There's too many people voting for the one I want to buy. You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Wait, do you mean I'm gonna have to finish the rainbow off screen and sell it?
No, I think you are. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to finish the rainbow off screen. Is what it's looking like so far.
Oh, 6 votes.
Son of a bitch.
Well, if that's the case, next week's going to be an easy week for me.
I don't like this at all.
I don't have to paint anything.
This makes my brain very upset. Makes my brain very upset.
And this is already sealed. I can paint on top of sealing if I need to, but yeah, I'm not. That's sealed. It's done. It's good. We're going with that.
Oh, there's another one.
I have to shout out this shirt real quick because it's like one of my favorites.
I'll put you on solo. Hold on. Whoop.
I know it's a monument shirt, but
I'm not surprised by you.
It's nerd shit. You wouldn't understand. One of my favorite shirts that I have in my arsenal.
Why would I not understand, sir?
Oh no, this is not meant for you. This is meant for the average Joe on the street. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that definitely is not me. Yeah. Nerd shit.
My fellow nerds and geeks will both understand.
I definitely understand. So, is that one of their main shirts that they sell?
Yeah. And they also sell stickers and patches, which I have stickers and patches around here somewhere.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh. It's at 8. It's at 8. Did it switch?
Rainbow's at 56!
Uh-oh.
We're at 9 votes in total. That's right.
Is Eric going to get his wish?
I might get my wish. We'll see. Is there any other people who need to vote still? Is there still people who need to vote?
I can tell you right now, based on work and everything, this one would go up for $90. This one's going to go up for at least 110.
Is that the color one?
Yeah, the color one would be 110.
Yeah, it's a lot more work.
The henna one would be 90. Basically, it's about an roughly an hour's difference in work.
Oh, okay.
Hence the extra 20 on the charge. So Because yes, I do value my time.
I mean, you should. You should. Let's see here. We'll let it run a little bit more because we had a couple more people. Looks like they just popped in. Looks like we are good there. All right, everybody else is gonna vote. Now's your time. Someone tag Allie so Allie can vote. Someone should tell her so she knows.
Yeah, but then we might end up with a tie. I'm just saying.
And then we're rolling a die. Yes, dice rolling.
Wait, we like random numbers?
What?
When did that
Random numbers? Random numbers? Did you vote yet, Riddles?
I'm hands off on this one.
No, I think you should vote. I think you should put it to a tie.
No,
put it to
no,
a tie and
no,
roll
no.
a die. Put it to a tie and roll a die. Put it to a tie and roll a die.
Nope.
Oh, why not?
I am not putting. No, because this is not for me. This
It's
is
a
for you
bunch
guys.
of Eric's ghost accounts. I do have a lot of accounts. You are not fucking wrong. I have many ghost accounts. What? Why am I getting
I really
blamed?
like the pink poo. The pink poo is cute.
Listen, shitheads. If I wanted to do this, I have a total of... Let me look at my accounts I'd have to switch through. It's really hard for me to switch to them, though, because I'm on stream. I have about 15 accounts I could switch to, so if I really wanted to sway this vote, everybody,
Scott,
I could
that's
do it.
my job, just so you know.
I know. I want you to vote and even it out. I want to roll. Let's do it. Let's make it random, Riddles.
You're random.
Random.
Well, I closed the chat on my or the vote on my side, so I can't even see it. The 2 vote. So
Random.
because if you don't vote, it blocks the current chat. I'm going but I want to read what people are saying.
No, you can shrink it down. You just click it again and it makes it a small box.
Oh,
And it pops it. It puts it at the top. Random.
Eric is so desperate for this to happen.
I would love it to be a random one. I think it would be hilarious. Random. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even see a way to look at it. Yeah, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it back.
I mean, it's still running, right? I haven't closed it.
Which is really weird. I don't know why I have to switch to live chat. Which means I'm missing stuff now still.
You can scroll up.
No, you can't. It blocks your view completely. Like right now, the newest thing I can see is the pink poo, and I know there's things said after the pink poo, because that's when Scott said party pooper.
Yeah, you might be able to click the 3 dots next to it and close the poll or something like that. Is there anything to hide it?
Uh-oh, I just screwed you up.
What'd you do?
I voted.
You voted for Rainbow?
Because I like the rainbow.
That's
and I would like to finish it on screen, and I think it's...
Yep, that's it. I'm closing the poll. Closing it before it gets any more swayed. Thank you to all the people who randomly voted for the wrong thing. You guys are not the best. And
we were voting on the one we're keeping, right?
Yes, we're voting on the one we're keeping. So we're keeping the rainbow.
So we're keeping the rainbow. This one's going up for sale.
That one's going up for sale. Yeah.
I know, you're so disappointed.
I'm so upset that it might be up for sale.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can tell. I can really tell that there's
there's some sadness in my voice that you can't hear. It's hidden behind the fact. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. Right. Exactly. It goes up. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whichever one goes up, I'm gonna go make lunch, come back, and it's gonna be fucking gone.
I'm just saying, you might know the guy who painted this thing, so...
I mean, I do, but it should go up. People should have a chance to get it in case there's somebody in chat who wanted it. That is my favorite one. Out of all the ones we've done, ooh boy. I think my two favorites of all time. I love the Blades in the Dark boxes we did. That's a special space for me.
I'm happy. I'm very happy with those.
I think the Vecna one I really liked a lot as well. And then I think this is top 3. I think the henna one that's not the rainbow, but the henna one. I think that's my top 3.
Wow.
It's just so clean. It's clean.
It is.
It looks authentic in the way that it is done. It looks like the old teaked wood. That's the word I was looking for. It looks like the old teak wood that people would stain.
Gotcha.
And that reminds me of boat decks on boats, because everything's teak wood for boat decks and things like that. It just lots of things remind me of that kind of color stain, which you didn't even stain it really. It's just clear.
It's a transparent brown is what I use.
Yeah, brown. Sorry, brown. It's like a wash, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's much different than a wash. It acts more like either
glaze,
an ink. It acts more like an ink.
So it's more of a glaze than it is a wash. It doesn't fall in recesses; it floats on the surface.
Right.
So it doesn't fall from surface tensions.
It does. It does. It's not thick like a glaze. No.
I wasn't saying the Athantia boxes because those are personal. The Athantia boxes are a personal favorite. That's because those are my boxes for my shows. I was talking about things that weren't for my shows. You kidding me? They're sitting here. They always are here. They're right here. These are the main dice boxes. The main ones. Oh, and I do love the Fenrir one with the bullet hole. That is also one of my favorites.
That was so much fun to come up with.
That's one of my favorites.
And I'm glad Adam liked what I did with that, because it was.
Well, I got the bullet hole.
It truly was something that.
Mine's the mahogany, the bullet hole. Drew's was the A team.
Yeah.
And Nova's was the pink one. And Adam's was the splotched paint everywhere.
That's right. It was the splotch paint. Never mind. Yep. That's right.
I have the bullet hole. I have the one that was like, because mahogany is rare in Cyberpunk. Like real woods are rare. Mine's the one with the bullet hole in it. You can tell it's like a veneer on it is what it looks like because the bullet's in it. But yeah. Big fan of those. Well, everybody, my air got fixed. We got to do our show. I was afraid it was going to be too hot because I was having problems last night playing the game with my computer overheating in this room. Because it was like 100 and something degrees in this room. And when this is on, this changes the temp in the room by like 10 degrees. My PC does. And then when you have a second one that's a render machine over there, that's another 5 to 10 degrees. So your air has got to be pumping out high or it gets so fucking hot in here. So next week will be our drawing for the rainbow henna box, henna style. And what does the inside of these ones look like? Because we should probably show those because these are the new boxes.
We haven't kind of shown that off this episode.
So these are the new ones from Elderwood, and they have even a rolling tray built into them. There's leather underneath if you want to pull it out of one of them. There's leather underneath the rolling tray. These fit 3 full sets of fucking dice.
Plus. This is because this remains open when you fill 3 sets in there, so it still has the center space to put more stuff in if you want.
And these were only sold at Gen Con so far. I think they might finally be up on their site, right? They finally put them up.
Well, Elderwood did not have them at Gen Con. It was only Norse.
Norse.
At Gen Con.
But is it going to be on Elderwood now? Is it official product for them?
I am uncertain on that. It is a question I have not asked.
Ooh, so this might be a Norse and Riddles only?
Currently, I haven't checked Norse's site to see if they're there. They may not be there either.
That is really weird that they're not up. Wow.
They could be. I haven't checked.
Yes,
right now,
the Death Box is this month. This is deciding the LAUGHAL for next month. That is correct.
Right. What we're going for. This is this month giveaway raffle piece.
Yep. The LAUGHAL this month is the Reaper Deck Box Plus, and then next month will be the Henna one.
All right, they have the Chest of Holding on their site.
I'm super excited for their new boxes. I think they look so good. I cannot wait to do Season 3 of Athantia for it.
No, I do not see them on Norse's site yet, so they are not available through Norse.
Oh, good. I can save it for some cards, Nessie says. So, next month, Riddles and I have to talk in the background. There's a few things that I'm doing for Corpse Talk that I've learned from watching paint dry that we may adapt over here as well. We've already done it before when people buy gift packs for people. Like when Serving Hands buys gift packs for people, we've been giving extra entries for that person for giving to the community. We're going to keep that up because that's just fucking awesome. But there's some extra things that we'll probably be adding in to this.
They're not on the website either, so it looks like technically right now
you're it, baby.
I'm it, yeah.
And if you want to pick up one of these boxes, will be on the site by the end of the night. It sounds like.
Yes.
The henna one will be up by the end of the night. So if you want one of these and you want that motherfucker right now, you can buy it on the site. And you said what is the price probably going to be for the henna one?
The henna one's going to be $89.95, I believe. And as long as I get it set up properly, it'll have free shipping domestically on it.
Amazing. Well, Riddles, anything else going on for you this week as we close out our show and I go into eating food and then lots of design work?
Well, for anybody who missed it, I do have 7 more. Actually, let me do this. This would be kind of a cool thing. Give you guys, and they're running a little behind, so it's no big stress. Why do I have a service payment going there? Anyway, business purchases. This guy here, going to here. So I did order the chakras again.
Oh, okay.
I ordered 5 of them on cherry though. That's cherry's the best, closest I can get. So I do have that on order. And let's see, I think, well, where's the other part of my order? Maybe it was like, it was the week before. That's right. So that just ordered.
Oh, you got 1 box left on your site. You got this pretty airbrushed one that you did. That's still up. People are still.
Wait, did the moon sell?
This one's still up. I'm flipping through it right now on screen for people. This one's still up for sale. And then what was the other one?
Okay. So here's what I got coming on this style. I've got the 5 chakras because I have a lot of faith in this design. I really love it. I'm having fun with it, so I want to play more. But again, those are going to be cherry, not aromatic cedar like these are.
Sure.
The last of the aromatic cedar, I've got 2 werewolves, 1 raven and moon, 2 goblin shiny mathrocks, and 2 clans of the owlbear.
I don't even see the goblin shiny mathrock one on here.
Oh no, these are coming. These are ones on order that I have coming to me.
Are those going to be cedar?
No, those are cedar. Those last 7 I just listed were cedar.
Gotcha.
And barring any failure on the etching on them, obviously.
Some gold bond.
So yeah.
First off,
doing stuff.
First off, everybody. Before I say thank you for being at the show, let me quickly correct you. If you wear a Utilikill, you don't wear gold bound powder. You wear Fresh Balls. Fresh Balls is way better. It's liquid, almost like a sunscreen, and when you put it on, it powders. It's way easier to manage. You don't get powder fucking everywhere. No, I don't use gold bound. That is for amateurs. And then thank you for watching the show today. Riddles has got a bunch of new boxes coming in. I love the new style. I'm so happy to finally see a different dice box style on the market. I feel like since we've been doing this show, we have been seeing the same thing in and out forever. We haven't seen a new variety of a dice box really in a while. Naturally Nerdy was the only other one we'd seen, but they've been a little quiet on the design front lately. There is something happening on the back end with Naturally Nerdy, just so keep your eyes open.
It could be the end of this year, early next year when it launches, but we are if everything falls into place, there will be a Kickstarter.
Oh,
I'll
cool.
Just leave it at that.
And then I think the last big one we saw was the Cryptic Creatives 2.0s.
Yeah.
And those are really nice. Those are
really freaking nice.
And I have to make the hard decision of, is Athontia Campaign 2 going to use the Cryptic Creative boxes for the moths?
Well, I still have yours here. Ready to be painted.
Oh, I didn't know you did one already. Oh, I didn't know that.
I've had one waiting. I've been waiting for you to tell me what color.
Well, so the new style, that can be whatever, honestly, because the new style's got a moth on it.
Yep. So what I was thinking of doing is I want to play around with that petroleum ground glaze that gloss that we
never did a purple box for the last season.
I can do a purple box. I have a great range of purples.
Because I'll send you the screenshot of the purple. We have not for the Nightmare season, we never did a box. So we could do a one-off.
I can do a one-off. I'm fine with that.
See how it goes. See if someone picks it up. It's pretty. I love purple. It's purple and gold, I think. Oh my God, what is that Black Coffin goodness? Well, serving hands. That is an Athantia Black Coffin box. And it would be purple. That's something we can...
Yes, Eric gets a cut whenever an Athantia sells.
Well, more than anything, I just want to see it painted. I just want to see it be pretty princess. So anyway, the new season is a moth with an M. And it's really cool looking. I'm excited to see Riddles paint it because it is like blacks, grays, fire oranges, and it's creepy. And you get to have some fun with like gloss coat on because it's like a bat mixed with a moth.
Okay.
And they're tiger moths. And I think you know what a tiger moth is, right? Tiger moths are black and orange striped, and depending on how much black there is versus color is how long winter's gonna last. In like real world, that's people use that as like a mythos thing. And we're bringing that into Athantia for these versions of tiger moths. I'm excited. Although all the cast is got like, because they're big, oversized like dire moths. All the cast members, their characters wear some of this moth paraphernalia on them, so they don't get attacked by these creatures when they're out and about moving around. So they're all dressed in like accoutrement of this moth. So it's gonna be pretty entertaining. I'm excited to go back to Athantia. It's my baby. But anyway, I'm hungry. So let's wrap this one up. Riddles, wave bye to the audience.
Hey guys.
And what else are you supposed to say, damn it?
Bye, Riddles.
There we go. It's like he forgets his own name.
Huh?
Exactly. Riddles forgets his own name. See? Look, he's looking around the place like he's lost. Thank you for watching the show today, everybody. Another Watching Paint Dry. We get 4 this month. I'm super excited. I get to hang out with my friend more. We get to make more cool stuff. Paint new dice boxes that apparently you can't buy anywhere else. Keep an eye on his Etsy shop tonight for that chance for you to get a hold of one of these henna boxes before everybody else. It says it's gonna be around $90. The shop should be up in the bio right now, or at least it should be pulling up into, yep, there it is, into the stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this afterwards, you love watching Paint Dry, what we do, pick up some StreamLoot cards, get yourself ready, get some things to you know, come in and join in and maybe win the box next month, or if you join us next week, win our Reaper Dice Box Plus, or sorry, Card Deck Box Plus. If you're watching this afterwards, there's going to be a subscription piece here. We're trying to hit 500 so that we can bring in the community, all of our super chats, and all the other things that we need. And on this side, there'll be a video to watch. It'll probably be a Design Days because YouTube has been liking putting that up for everybody. That is it for us today. Have a great day, everyone. And if you want to play some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'll be in chat later tonight. Bye, everybody. Oh, wait. Riddles has more to say after all that speech. Damn it.
5 minutes.
Riddles.
It'll be on the site.
5 minutes, it'll be on the site. You heard him, everybody. All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you next week.